Actually, we are going to consider these four things here: work centers, bill of materials, raw materials, and production orders. So the work center will be where the production is taking place. Okay, the raw materials will be the materials that are used to produce a particular product, and then the bill of material is more like a recipe, how the what raw materials are used and how it is used to produce a particular product. And then the production order is an order that is made on the production of a particular product. Let's say an order is made to produce 100 kilogram or 100 bags of sausage or anything like that. So that will be the production orders. Okay, all right, so that is what we are going to consider. So the first thing, we are going to look at the work center. Okay, all right, and then before we go to the work center, let me just show you something here. If you want to change the theme of the app, you can just click on this setting bar here and then select toggle this one to light or dark. So you can see that it's dark, and this bar here you can just select dark here, so it will be dark for you. Okay, so let's get with the work center. Look at the work center. So for the work center, you click on foundations and then you select work centers here. Okay, so you scroll down and click on create work center. So we're just going to use a sample data to enter. So here I will select, add, let me say grinding line 1, and then the description, let me say industrial meat grinder for raw beef. So say used for coarse and fine grinding before mixing. Now this place you can add the number of workers that are going to be involved in this, the leader of the work center, any other details you want to add here, and then you now go to the capacity and then add it. Let's say you're going to produce 500 kg per hour, so I can just type 500, and then you click on to create the work center. So this is how to create a work center. All right, next we'll be looking at the raw materials. Okay, so under the work center, we are now going to the raw materials, so you can switch from here to the raw materials, or from the dashboard you can just go to foundation and select raw materials. Okay, so we're going to add a raw material, so you click on add. I'm going to pick an example. Let me say for the production of a beef sausage, so I'll say so I'm going, there's already a product like that, but I'll just add a beef meat. I'll make it, I'll just put some numbers to make difference from what we have. So I'm just typing this one there. SKU is a number that will help us to identify the product, so you can just put some random numbers, something that will help you to easily identify this product when you are searching. So RM means raw material, which of them beef, and then the numbering, you can start from there. And the unit, I'll leave it as kg, and then I'll give a description to it. So I can just say lean beef trim, which is let's say 85% lean, and then 15% fat. Okay, so I'll just say main protein for sausage. So this is my description, and then we come to the cost here. I can make it let's say 65 Ghana cedis. Let me just make it 650. I'm just putting some random price, and then initial stock, you can make it 300. The minimum stock level, you can make it 50. and then make it active. We also have the shelf line days and then the storage temperature. Okay, so you can shelf line this, you can make it maybe how long it will be on the shelf, it depends. Storage temperature maybe 15 degrees Celsius. If it is hazardous, or you take care. If it is not, just leave it. And then batch tracking, you can tick this one for the batch tracking, and then you click on to save. So the raw material is successfully saved. So this is how you add raw materials. So next we are going to look at the bill of materials. Okay, so let's start with the bill of materials now. So you click on bill of materials here, select manage BOMs. Okay, so you click on create BOM, select the product. So it's about creating, putting down a recipe for a particular finished product. So we have to select the finished product here. So let me say I'm taking beef sausage, and then you click on continue. Now you're going to select the raw materials to do that. Okay, so I'll just use beef. How many kilogram do you want to use for that? Okay, so I'm just leaving it as 1. You click on add another, then you select maybe something here again. So I'll say salt, and then how many kilo you want to, maybe 0.25, and you add another again, then you select. So this should be given to you. I'll just text, I don't know the recipe, so I'm just picking random things, and then you check on the unit again. If you don't need any of these raw materials, then you just click here to remove it. Okay, then next you click on continue to review. So here you review whatever you've selected. These are the materials you've selected and the product that you are going to produce, the recipe. Then you click on create bill of materials, and then successfully it is created for you, as you can see down there, beef sausage. So this is how to create your bill of materials. So next we'll be looking at the production order. So you come to the same dashboard, click on production, select production orders, and then you click to create new production order. Now what you do is to select a bill of material. Remember, we already created a bill of material, and that is to show you how to create that particular product. So then you select the work center. I will just take this one, and then you look at the quantity to produce. Okay, so I can just say 100 kg or 2000 kg, and then you select the warehouse. So I can just select this warehouse here, and then the status. Okay, just leave it as planned. It depends on what you're asked to do. Schedule date, let's say we are taking 18th of this month, and then schedule end date. Okay, it could be the same date that is meant to start and end, and then actual start date, you can leave it blank, or you can just repeat the same date like this and that, and then you type some notes. Okay, you can just say customer, let me see, customer order, maybe a customer ordered for it, so that will see 1042, just a number, random number. So just say use, let's say use a batch of spice mix. So you can say, I'm just giving a number, a spice mix, depending on how you do it over there. So I'm just writing a sample here. Okay, now you can also say check so you will get this at your end. So these are just sample examples I'm putting. Click to select the raw materials for that. So You select this one, quantity, maybe 1. So it depends on what you pick there. So I can say 3, add, select another one, dry pepper spice, quantity 2, click. So actually it has to go in line with what you've done for the the bill of material, but all this information will be given to you by the boss. So you can click here to review, and this is your review here. Then you click to create the production order. So it has been created, so as you can see it here. Okay, so at the appropriate time you can delete the unnecessary records that are on it. Alright, so this is how to create the production order. Alright.